This video was made by Cornell Cooperative Extension. The information was adapted from the presentation by Margaret Quasdorf, Betsy Hicks, and Lindsay Ferlito during the webinar Understanding and Mitigating Lameness. In this presentation, we will discuss the importance of hoof trimming and the management of footbaths. Unfortunately, lameness occurs in all herds, but the way we manage it has a big impact on the severity and amount of lameness a herd has. On a daily basis, we must identify lame cows, report the problem to the supervisor, and quickly address the lameness. To prevent and treat lameness, we must also use footbaths, have a hoof trimming program, and document treatment and management steps for each animal. We talk in another video about how to identify lame cows. Watch it here. First, let's talk about hoof trimming. On the day of hoof trimming, there are two groups of cows that should be taken to trim. The first group are those that need maintenance trimming. It is recommended that hooves be trimmed at least twice a year, and if possible, 3 to 4 times a year. These visits are important to maintain the correct shape of the foot so that its weight is balanced evenly between both claws. The other group includes cows that require corrective trimming, as we discuss in the video here. The faster we identify and trim cows, the faster they will improve. Footbaths are an important part of keeping hooves healthy. They help prevent and treat lameness, especially cases associated with foot rot and digital dermatitis, or hairy heel warts. To be effective, footbaths must be long enough so that the cow can dip each foot in the bath at least twice. Baths that are 10 feet long, or nearly 3 meters, ensure that 96% of cows achieve this. Also, the footbath should be located in a place where the cows cannot avoid it, usually in the exit alley of the parlor or at barn exits for those herds that are on pasture. In robotic herds, they can be placed at the exit of the robot or in alley crossovers. The footbaths should be kept clean. In general, after every 200 cows that pass through, the solution should be changed. But this may be different in every dairy, so if the bath is dirty after 100 cows, it should be changed. Chemicals stop working if there is a lot of manure mixed inside the solution. Some farms add a bath of water or soapy water in front of the footbath that contains chemicals to prolong the efficacy of the chemical bath. There is no evidence to say definitively whether this practice helps. The footbath should also have a good base, should not be slippery or uneven, and should be easy to clean. There are several chemicals that we use in footbaths. The most common is copper sulfate. You can add an acid to reduce the amount of copper you need to use, but in that case, ensure that the pH of the footbath does not go below 3. pH less than 3.0 does damage to the skin of the cow. Formalin. This chemical works well to control heel warts and foot rot, but it is carcinogenic. It is very important to wear personal protective equipment such as glasses, gloves, and a respirator. Also, its efficacy is reduced below 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. Zinc sulfate. This chemical is gentler on the cow's skin, but is more difficult to dissolve in solution and is less effective at the same concentration as formalin and copper sulfate. It's important to talk to your supervisor to know what the right personal protective equipment is to wear when mixing and what solution to use to mix in the footbath. All farms are required to have safety data sheets available so that all employees can read them. The safety of footbaths is very important for both cows and staff. This one has a wooden side, so if a cow falls, it must be removed to help the cow get up. The staff must be very careful when working with cows in enclosed spaces. In short, finding lame cows and treating them quickly is a daily task. Trimming programs and footbaths are important to reduce lameness. And finally, it is critical to ensure the safety of livestock and all dairy staff. Follow protocols when handling footbaths to avoid personal injury and improve lameness in your dairy.